This is Radio Nepal. I'm Kaushal Khimide with the news. The headlines first. Top leaders agree to elect chairpersons of parliamentary committees without any further delay. High risk of floods as water level in Kosi and Tino rivers reaches danger level. International tech giants Google, Facebook and Microsoft registered in Nepal's taxation system. And shooting in U.S. city of Philadelphia kills 5 people. Now the news in detail. Top leaders of the 3 major political parties have expressed commitment to elect chairpersons of the parliamentary committee without any further delay. Speaker Debraj Khimire said the top leaders in the meeting held at his office in Singh Durbar yesterday agreed to elect chairpersons of the parliamentary committees as soon as possible. The House Speaker shared that top leaders' attention was now focused on electing chairpersons of the committees as the budget had already been passed. A total of 10 thematic committees under the House of Representatives were formed on the 28th of April, but they have not been able to pick chairpersons till date. Speaker Khimire held the consultation with top leaders as, according to him, they did not take any initiative to elect chairpersons of the committees even after fixing the deadline. Khimire further said chairpersons of the committee would be elected through an election process if the parties failed to elect them through consensus. Prime Minister and CPN Maoist Centre Chairperson Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda, CPN UML Chairperson KP Sharma Oli and Nepali Congress President Sherbhadur Dewa and Minister for Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Dhanaraj Gurung were present in the meeting. The government has decided to extend the tenure of the Commission for the Investigation on Enforced Disappeared Persons and Truth and Reconciliation Commission to mid-January 2024. Unveiling the recent Cabinet meeting's decision, Government spokesperson and Communication Minister Rekha Sharma said the government decided to extend the tenure of the Commission to ease the process to complete the remaining tasks of the Commission. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda has issued directives to the Minister for Agriculture and Livestock Development, Dr. Beturam Busal, and officials of the ministry to come up with effective measures to bring the lumpy skin disease under control. The Prime Minister's Secretariat shared that the Prime Minister categorically directed the concerned authorities to effectively mobilize veterinarians, increase vaccine supply and arrange necessary human resources for immediately providing inoculation services. So far, the government has imported 737,000 doses of vaccine and has supplied them to all 7 provinces. The government has expressed its commitment to provide all necessary resources required for the prevention and control of the contagious disease among cattle. The Finance Bill and the Bill to raise national debt were tabled in the session of the National Assembly yesterday. National Assembly Secretary Dr. Surendra Aryal tabled the 2 bills along with the message received from the House of Representatives. Deliberations on the appropriation bill were held in the National Assembly meeting yesterday. The upper house of the Federal Parliament also held deliberations on budget allocated to the Ministry of Land Management, Cooperatives and Poverty Alleviation and the Ministry for Physical Infrastructure and Transport. Similarly, deliberation was also held on the budget allocated to Ministry of Federal Affairs and General Administration and the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviations. Proposals for the reduction of the budget allocated to these ministries in the appropriation bill were also presented in the meeting yesterday. Finance Minister Dr. Prakash Sharad Mahat has said green signals are being noticed regarding the country's economy. In a meeting of the Finance Committee of the House of Representatives yesterday, the Finance Minister said the economy would be grasping an upward trend, creating pressure on the government to speed up the pace for achieving the goals. The Finance Minister said the government was serious about scaling up revenue collection and capital expenditure and about discouraging general expenditures. In the meeting, the committee members said revenue collection less than the annual target caused challenges in addressing the economic slowdown and promoting investment in the industrial sector. Severe weather conditions caused by the ongoing monsoon season have led to moderate to heavy rainfall across various parts of the country. As a consequence, the water levels and currents in rivers and streams have risen significantly, reaching dangerous levels in the Kosi and Tino rivers. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority's spokesperson, Dhruva Bahadur Khadka, has identified Syangja, Arghakhachi, Rupandehi and Palpa districts as being particularly at risk of flooding. Early warnings have been issued to urge residents in Baglung, Kaski, Tanahu, Palpa and other districts to take necessary precautions due to the heightened risk of floods and landslides. The Department of Hydrology and Meteorology has also reported an increase in the current of the Kosi River with the potential for heavy rainfall in Saptari, Siraha and Dhanukha districts. Nepal has successfully registered 6 international companies, including Google, Facebook and Microsoft, within its taxation system. The move comes as the government implemented the digital service tax provision under the Financial Act, aiming to bring foreign companies operating in the digital services sector under the tax regime. The tax officer at the large taxpayers' office, Sadhuram Purasaini, confirmed the registration of these 6 companies in Nepal. You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. Now on to some international updates. 5 people have been killed and 2 children wounded after a man wearing a bulletproof vest opened fire in the U.S. city of Philadelphia. According to the BBC, the suspected attacker, a 40-year-old man who is now in custody, was carrying an AR-15 style rifle, a handgun, and a police scanner and ammunition. It is reported that the attacker has no known connection to the victims, and with no clear motive, the shooting appeared to be random. The attacker surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. Now, the general weather forecast for the country for today. According to the Meteorological Forecasting Division, the weather will be generally to mostly cloudy throughout the country. Light to moderate rain is likely to occur at some places of the country. There are also chances of heavy rain with thunder and lightning at 1 or 2 places of Kosi Province, Madhya Province, Gandaki Province and Lumbini Province. With this, we have almost come to the end of this news bulletin, but before wrapping up, let's have a reminder of the headlines once again. Top leaders agreed to elect chairpersons of parliamentary committees without any further delay. High risk of floods as water level in Kosi and Tino rivers reaches danger level. International tech giants Google, Facebook and Microsoft registered in Nepal's taxation system, and shooting in U.S. city of Philadelphia kills 5 people. Well, that's all the news we have for this bulletin. Our next bulletin in English will be at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website, www.onlineradionepal.gov.np. Keep listening to Radio Nepal and have a good day.